Now I will be showing you the gameplay of this level. So when I load in the level, so you can see that character just spotted us, and then the other character. Let's see where are they? They're going through. That's the guard character. They're going through their waypoints. And if I press E, they all come to this point. So I also have this thing that damages the AI character over time and can kill the AI character after a while. If I press the P button, it kills my player and I restart at a checkpoint. So let me actually better demonstrate that. Also too, as you can see, they're investigating the area because they heard me make noise, but if I jump or I walk kind of near them, they'll notice me. Let me press the P button. As you can see, I started right back up. And then if I press the Z button, I start deploying a whole bunch of spikes based on my location of the player. And it will kill this character over time and destroy the actor. It's just the spikes doesn't do a lot of damage right now. I'm trying to get the AI to die. So during gameplay, my video quality accidentally cut out, so I'm going to redo it. So you can see this character AI. I'm going to jump, get his attention, and then let me go full screen. And then if I run to the spike, also too, I want the spike kind of be in the lighting, kind of as a metaphor, like you're about to face your doom. As you see, the character or the AI dies. And that is it for gameplay, and I hope you enjoy the programming segment. Welcome back. This is now the programming part of Songbird Mansion. So we're going to start off with the easiest thing, which was the checkpoint. So whenever the actor overlaps the checkpoint, it will cast to third person. So it will cast to the character, and then it will set it as a spawn point. So like when the character dies, it will respawn right at that place. And then we're going to talk about our AI target, which is where if you press the E key, all the AI will flood into that one area. So now I'll go into description about it. So at the beginning of the level, it will branch out. If it is true, then it will disable input. So at the beginning level, you don't want to just press the E key and have all the actors running. You want to like wait, and then event actor begin and overlap. So when the actor leaves the trigger box area, you don't want the player to be able to press E and have all the player flood like on begin play. So this gets the player pawn. So this gets the character and makes sure that if they're not in if they're not in the box, or if it's the beginning of the level, they're not able to press a key button to get them to run. This is if the player overlaps, then it will enable it. So after the level has begun, so after it loaded up, and if the player goes into that trigger box, it will read it and it will allow the player to press the E key. And this is a branch that says if it is true, then it will let it. If it's false, then it won't. And the condition is it has to get the player pawn and the player controller so it can use input. And then this is our E key. So whenever you're in the box and you press the E key, it will get the location of the character and the target location. So it gets all the actors for the class, which is all the AI. And then for each loop, so it will set the target location and the target, and then it'll project point navigation. So depending on where you click it, all the actors will go to that point based on the navigation data that's provided to the characters, and they will get this actor location from the player pawn. Now we're going to talk about our spikes. So for every second that a character is on the spikes, it will cause damage to the list of characters. So the list of AI, if I put it on there, it's an array, and it will do damage over time, which is damage per second, and then it will apply damage to the actor, and then to the AI, and then self, and then you can be the damage causer. And then lower this really quick. So when the when the character overlaps, it's gonna add it to a unique list. So it's gonna cast the player into a list, and then when the character stops overlapping, then it's gonna remove the damage, or it's gonna stop doing damage. So anytime the AI goes over it, and the minute they step off the spikes, they're no longer being damaged. And when they are stepping on it, they're being damaged. Now we're going to talk about our AI guard character, which I'm going to be using as kind of like a ghost that's friendly. He doesn't really harm player. He's just there to kind of like confuse the player. So at the beginning of play, the guard or the ghost will find the location based on the waypoints. It will get the actor's location, and then it will project a point to navigation. So it'll go to that point based on the nav data. And we're using spears, like earlier we see in the gameplay. So on every tick, it's going to move to a certain location. It's using the AI controller, and its destination is the target location. This switches the path. If it fails or is at a waypoint, it will delay, and then it will just repeat itself. And then the waypoints keep adding up and can be edited in the editor, so we can add waypoints. And if it's true, then it will set its so if the waypoint has not been touched yet, then it will set it as the next target location based on the data that the character has received. And then if it's false, it will set the current waypoint to 0. So once you go all through all the waypoints and there's no more waypoints, the guard will go back to the original one. And then when it is true, it will set the waypoints based on the array, and it'll get the actor's location. And then now we have our AI character, which is our enemy. So every time we take damage, it'll minus our current health, and if our health equals 0, then the actor will be destroyed. So when this AI character goes over the spikes, and once his health is basically drained, so without any damage, once it's drained, it will destroy it. It will completely vanish from the level for right now. And then beginning of the level, the AI will get a target location, so it has a radius, and it will go to that location based on the settings we set in the viewport. So it'll get the location, and it will go towards it. On every frame, the AI will follow a path. When it meets its goal or fails, it will delay for 3 seconds, so it will stop and think. And when completed, it will go to the next location based on location of nav data and wander radius. So basically, the AI will go to a target. It will switch between which ones if it's failed or met the goal. It will delay by 3 seconds. Then it will go to a new set of a target location. It'll get random reachable point radius, so whatever is in its radius. It will get the target location, wander radius, and then the navigation data that it's obtained. And then lastly, or no, never mind, not last one. So this is the sight of the AI. So when the AI sees the player, it will run towards the player location and then um, follow them fully until they're spotted. So basically, the AI hears them or no sees them. It will run towards the main character and it will keep following you until you can lose them. So so when this AI sees the character, it will get the character's location and then go to their point based on their nav data. Then character movement, if they hear the character moving, then they will go to the set and which will go to target location. Also, it's walking speed. So if so depending on how loud you are, in the next session I'll show, um, it will move faster or move slower. If so, and it will be able to investigate as well. So this is when it hears, what like I mentioned earlier, when AI hears noise, it will investigate and walk towards the area that they heard the noise based on the actor's location and nav data. So this senses the main player, and then it'll, depending on like what you do, is the volume. This is a branch. If it's true, then it'll set it. It'll set the walking speed to 100, so it's very slow, kind of investigating. We don't want the AI to just rush towards you. And then this is the target location that's set based on the project point navigation. So when the enemy hears you, it goes to your point, depending on where you're at. And then it also gets the actor navigation. And then it uses nav data to get it as well. And then lastly, we have our main character. So let's see, where am I going to start? I guess we'll start with this. So we have a little code in here. So if you press the P button on your keyboard, it will destroy the actor and then make them respawn since we have our checkpoint. So once you kind of kill your character, it will go back to the checkpoint. So if you're getting followed by AI and you want the easy way out, just press the P button and it'll do it. And then next thing we're going to talk about, let's see. I think. Oh, this is respawn. This is how we set it up. So at the beginning of play, it will spawn the character to its point, and then bind its event on destroyed. So if it's destroyed, it'll go to that point. It will respawn, and then it will get the spawn point, and then it will get the play controller, and then possess the character. Oh, and then also, this is to drop spikes. So the spikes in the level, they deal damage to your AI. But the player has a tool they can use. If they press the Z button while they're being chased, they can drop spikes that can eventually kill the AI enemy. So it gets the nav data, the project points to navigation, it gets the active location, and then it spawns the spike zone depending on where that character's at, or depending on where the main character's at. And that is, wait, oh, and then we have our jump. So the actor's already able to jump, but this jumps makes it so that the AI can hear you. So every time you jump, when jump button is pressed, it will make a noise based on the jump value, and then when you stop jumping, it will stop the noise. Also, when you move, it'll do that as well. Let's see, yeah, there it is. So this is movement. So yeah, see, when you move, it will make noise based on the walk volume of your character. And I think that is. Oh wait, what's this one? I think that is it of our level. I hope you enjoyed it, and this is for milestone 4.